Your name reaches the room before your feet ever cross the threshold. People hear it and suddenly straighten up. They choose their words more carefully. They offer concessions they wouldn't give to anyone else. Challenges fade before they even begin. All of this happens because of the reputation that walks silently ahead of you. However, you can only enjoy this privilege if you are ready to learn how to master Robert Greene's fifth law of power, which I'm willing to teach you in this video. Your reputation is not just what people say about you. It is a silent force that shapes how others treat you, what they are willing to risk against you, and how easily opportunities come your way. Build it right, and it becomes a weapon that works even when you are not in the room. Neglect it, and one careless moment can wipe out years of progress. History has a perfect example to show in Scipio Africanus, the brilliant Roman general. Scipio never lost a battle throughout his entire career. But more interestingly, his greatest victories often happened before any swords were drawn. Scipio deliberately built an aura of absolute invincibility around his name. Word of his unbeatable record and strategic genius traveled faster than his armies. Time and again, enemy forces heard that Scipio was coming, and chose to surrender or retreat, rather than face him. His reputation alone won battles without a single drop of Roman blood being spilled. You can make this same law work for you today, by consciously crafting the image you want the world to see. Decide clearly who you want to be known as: the reliable closer, the sharp strategist, the unflappable leader, the person whose instincts are always right, or any other quality that gives you an edge. Then give that image credibility with consistent actions, day after day. Show up prepared. Deliver results with deliberate precision, not fanfare. Handle pressure with visible calm. Keep your commitments, even when it's inconvenient. Over time, these repeated behaviors turn into a reputation that precedes you, and tilts situations in your favor before you even speak. To practically apply this law in your career, become known as the one who solves problems that others avoid, or finishes what others abandon. In business deals, position yourself as someone whose word carries weight, and whose judgment is trusted. In your social or professional network, let people associate your name with quiet competence, reliability, discretion, and strength. However, it should be noted that the influence of Robert Greene's fifth law of power cuts both ways. One visible mistake, one moment of weakness, or one story that contradicts your image, can undo years of careful work. That is why you must guard your reputation with your life. Treat it as your most important asset, because in the corridors of power, reputation often determines who wins without ever having to fight. A great modern example is that of a certain prominent CEO, who faced a potentially damaging minor scandal that threatened his company's stability. Most leaders in that position would have suffered heavy losses, but his reputation as a visionary thinker who always stays several steps ahead is rock solid. Because of that strong image, investors and the public gave him the benefit of the doubt. He skillfully reframed the incident as a valuable learning moment, turning a potential crisis into proof of his forward-thinking leadership. His carefully guarded reputation absorbed the hit, and actually came out stronger. That is how a well-built reputation protects you, and even amplifies your power when trouble arrives. To defend yourself when others try to weaponize this law against you, never brush off rumors or whispers about your character. The moment you sense them starting, move quickly. Counter them with clear facts, visible evidence, and support from credible allies. Kill the unpalatable story before it grows roots. If you stay silent or act dismissive, others will fill the silence with their own assumptions, which can be very damaging. Ultimately, mastering the fifth law of power will give you one of the most efficient paths to real power, because when your reputation does the heavy lifting, you spend less energy fighting battles and more time collecting the rewards. Start right now by asking yourself this simple question: what exact image do I want attached to my name? Then begin building it with every choice, every interaction, and every decision you make. A powerful and intimidating reputation makes your opponents hesitate, encourages partners to align with you, and throw the doors open before you even knock, so protect it relentlessly. If you like the lesson in this video, leave a like, and let me know in the comments how mastering Greene's fifth law of power can turn your life around right now. Up next is a breakdown of Robert Greene's sixth law of power, where you will learn how to get ahead in life simply by becoming impossible to ignore.